I have to be the luckiest kid in town. I get to meet everybody floating through, lives here, doesn't live here. I get to know everybody. And it's so funny because a lot of people come up to me and say, oh, how are you? And it's great to see you. And I'm looking at them like, oh, what's their name? Who are they? And I'm like, oh, we're on Facebook together. And I think, yeah, 5,000 other people too. Right, Jason?
That's
Jason
correct.
Velez is sitting right next to me. We actually caught up the other day, was it Saturday or Sunday? Saturday.
Mhm.
Which movie were you in?
Rogue Angel.
Road Angels, and that was Saturday on the red carpet. I was doing some interviewing on the red carpet. I actually did 4 movies down there, and it was fabulous.
Yes.
How did you like that movie? Did you see it? You get to see it?
I got to see it finally, and it was really surprising how good it was.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
Yeah.
You didn't think it would be that good? Are you apprehensive a little?
Well, because the challenge, they had some
Challenges.
challenges.
Well, that's the movie industry. It doesn't matter what movie it is. There's always a
Correct,
challenge
correct,
happening.
yeah.
Something happens. There's always something happening.
Always.
Always happening. So you played quite a big part in it.
Yeah, so I ended up getting 3 different roles in it, which was pretty funny because one of my roles was a Marine fighting Talibans, and then the next scene was we all became the Taliban.
So now you're on the other side.
Getting shot, so I got to shoot myself in a way.
Yes, but you're still alive.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's what an actor does. You know, they can
Right,
do.
right,
And,
yeah.
and actually, a lot of the film people, especially in Vegas, they'll use one actor for many scenes
Correct.
because you happen to be on set. So it's always good to be on set. Even if you're an extra on set, they will choose you to play one of the parts. So this is where you can actually have a break.
Yes.
Is that what's happening in Vegas? Because that really doesn't happen in Los Angeles. An extra is an extra, and that's it.
Right, right.
Whereas I've noticed in Vegas that you could actually be there and they say, boy, you look just right for this part. Come on in
They bring you in.
and bring you in, which could be pretty cool.
And that's happening more and more. I think Vegas is becoming the new Hollywood, they say.
I hope so. I hope so. It deserves it.
Yeah.
We've got every scene you want here. Look at all the
Absolutely.
hotels.
Yeah. And you have the weather, and you can shoot pretty much any type of movie you want.
And then you can go into the desert and have nobody
Absolutely.
and all the dust and all that. Then you've got the mountains, and then you can, yeah,
Mhm.
you've got Mount Charleston. You can go up there too.
Yeah.
So what do you do in your spare time?
So I'm a lifelong martial artist and retired U.S. Army veteran. And I opened a martial arts school here in 2005, serving the community ever since until the lockdown,
Yeah.
of course.
So have you reopened now?
I have reopened with a partner now,
Oh, good.
and we're also running a stunt school out of there.
Oh, really?
So that's happening really good and taking off.
And what age do you start with? How young? And
I believe like
we
we
don't
have
go
some,
age old.
Right. I believe we have like some 8-year-olds,
Fabulous.
right? And then from there, just as anyone who wants to come in and try.
And
and
how are
learn.
the little ones, to teach, and how are they to, that must be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
To me, it would be fun.
Yeah. So they seem to be like, full of energy, and it's something they really want. They work really hard. They work really hard to learn the stunts and have fun. And
Do you think they've kind of got the Olympics in mind, or they've always got this sort of, they see it on television.
Right.
I could become that, and the harder I work, the better it becomes. Does that kind of happen?
I see that all the time, especially with the ones that want to become actors.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. So then they have something extra. Whenever you have like a sideline singer, drummer, or anything like that, or even martial arts and all this stuff, you can get an extra part in that movie.
Correct. Correct.
So you must have that on your resume.
Yes.
What is a resume?
So the resume pretty much says what your training is like as far as acting coaches. If you have any special skills, that's where the stunts come in.
Do you name all these? These go in categories all the way down as to what you can do. And you could be a swimmer, you could be a runner, you could be a cricket player, I don't know. Why did I think of cricket? Because I'm English. We have cricket in England,
There you go. Yeah. And you can also start listing movies you've been in,
Yes.
films, TV, commercials.
I don't believe it's a good idea to put extra stuff in there.
Correct.
Am I correct?
You
I
are
think
correct.
you never put, you were an extra. But why is that? Because that's what you
they
kind of
can't-
learn.
Yeah, that's
puts
where
you in a
you're
category.
learning the ropes, and
Yeah.
they don't really look at that as
acting at all,
Acting,
but it
correct.
actually doesn't put you into the next place either, because
Correct.
they turn around and say, well, you were an extra and that's where you're going to stay.
Right.
Isn't that
Right.
weird?
And I've met some people that they're happy with being an extra.
Yeah, a lot of
Yeah.
people they love to be on the set, but really
the
don't
set.
want to act because, well, maybe they're inhibited by it, or who knows
Yeah.
what it is. So remember that little thing there. Don't put extra work on your resume.
Correct. Don't do
Yeah,
that.
don't do that, because then you'll be counted as an extra and everything else. So what have you got coming up?
Just finished 2 films in town.
Why?
One is called Phoenix. The other one is called Mojave Diamonds.
Okay.
And right now I'm working on my own trailer for a possible TV series.
Oh my goodness, tell me
Yes.
about this. What is it about?
So it's about 5 females that actually.
He put himself with 5 females. He's not stupid, is he? All right, Jason, I know where you're going. Oh.
So it's 5 females.
You've got a wife
that-
too, haven't you?
Oh no, I don't.
Ha! I just asked that question because I wanted to know the answer. No, so now you're safe with 5 females.
I'm safe, and it's 5 females.
I don't know if they're safe, but
5 females that become a special forces group, and they go to save some POWs, but find out that it's actually a lab that is creating super soldiers. And so now they're a target.
oh, so now they become the target.
Yes.
And they thought they were solving the target.
Right.
What a twist.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I can't ask you too much more because we can't give it away, can
Can't
we?
give it away. Yeah.
No. So when you choose these 5 women, this is a very personal question, but here goes. How old would they roughly be? 25, 30?
I think that's the range.
I figured.
Yeah, from 25 to 30.
Younger the better.
Well, there's a lot of stunts involved.
So you have a lot of stunt women that can
Yes.
do this. Are there quite a few stunt women in this town? Is that another
There
thing
is.
people learn?
There's quite a few. Yeah, they're very good. They're
Yeah.
very good. Yeah.
And the reason I was asking that because I know when they had this display and all these different, they had a lot of the women that did all these
Yes.
acrobatics and all these things. That's where it all comes from. Because if you can't fly around in the middle of the air and catch a pole that's passing by, sure, I'll take that one. Saved my life.
Yeah.
Because they have a lot of that. Or they, Cirque du Soleil had that.
We actually got a lot of the fallout during the lockdown.
Yes.
A lot of Cirque du Soleil people came to us and said, "We want to do stunts. We want to be in movies."
And so you
yeah.
do. Now, do you pay these women, or do you give them like part of the movie, or how does that work? And
Right
what-
now, for the trailer, we are paying them.
You are
So
paying them
it's a
for
paid
the trailer.
gig. Mhm.
Now, the ones you use for the trailer, are they going to be also in the movie? Or you hope
So-
so?
We hope so, but what I found out is that's up to the investors or the studios that
Oh,
buy
yes,
it.
yes, yes.
They may just take it and say, "We love it. We'll take care of it."
We'll
from
take care of
here."
the women. I bet they will.
Yeah. or they may give us a budget and say, "You guys do
You
it."
go and find the women.
Use
Now,
them.
the women, I would imagine, for this type of thing, although they do what they do, they're probably a dime a dozen because there's so many women and there's such a lot to do. So many beautiful women in this town. I don't know why on earth I moved here. It's the craziest thing I ever did, especially being old and all these women, you know. But, you know, I always turn around and say, they are not the competition, I am the competition. Right? Got to say something.
Well, yeah, that's true. And what we try to do with the 5 women we pick is diversify.
Yes.
So give
So
everybody a
dishes,
chance.
different nationalities,
Yes.
different languages, different
Mhm.
skin color. So you have everybody in there at one time.
Absolutely.
What made you write this? Why did this is an idea you've had for some time?
It is. I have a lot of ideas for movies. A lot of it comes from my 27 years in the military, serving on a lot of different missions, Afghanistan,
Where were you?
Iraq, South
Afghanistan.
America. Yeah,
You've been there, done that.
I've been there, done that, survived.
Yeah, otherwise you wouldn't be sitting here. God bless you. God bless you for
Thank you,
sitting
thank
here.
you.
That's amazing. How did you manage to survive and escape?
I
You've been
think
pretty smart.
a lot of discipline, a lot of my martial arts training.
Oh, there you
I
go.
think that helped me a lot.
So you knew how to escape. You knew what to do.
Exactly, and a
Double
lot
turns out of a hole, right?
Of it, a lot of it's mindset and discipline.
A lot of mindset and discipline, yeah, of how to handle it and how to take care of it all.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that must be pretty hard. What was, one of your sort of most difficult things when you really thought, oh my God, am I going to get out of here? Where was that? Do you have any of those?
I have a lot of those, and I would usually look up at the sky, and I know that
You know
at the
who's up
time,
there, don't you?
I knew my family and my daughter were here, and it's just kind of one of those things where you say, I'm going to make it through this and get back to
I
my
want to
loved
see.
ones.
I want
Yeah.
to see my loved ones, and certainly want to see
Absolutely.
my daughter.
Yes.
Absolutely amazing. What would you give advice for a young man? We've got this big problem right now. We've got kind of this war going on, and what do you think of it, by the way?
I think there's a backstory to it.
Do you know,
So I
everybody's
can't-
telling me the same thing. Because I think things like this, and this has nothing to do with war. This has to
Right.
do with the story of what everybody's doing.
Correct.
And it's all sort of come to fruition because it had to. It had to
It
come
had
to
to.
a head.
You've got it. And I get a lot of connections with some of my fellow soldiers who are still in. So I get some intel on what's happening.
So
on
you
the
know a little
ground,
bit more
and
than I
yes,
know, or
yes,
a lot
yes.
of people out there know, so we can all assume, but we're probably, I think we're a little bit smarter than most people think, and we're kind of on the right track knowing, because they're
Absolutely.
stopping and doing this, and it's that the only thing I feel bad about is the people on the side, the young families that have no idea what's going on or what's happening. That's when I feel sorry, because they just
Absolutely.
don't know. And as so many of them are getting killed and so many things are happening, it's just very sad.
It is.
You know,
It is, yeah,
these people.
that's-
What message would you like to give out there?
I would tell them to keep the faith. Keep the
Okay.
faith. It's a really bad situation, but it is going to come to an end.
Okay, sooner than later, I hope.
Sooner than later, that's what I predict.
Yeah, I predict that too, only because of having this 40-mile onslaught of tanks and everything
Right.
floating through the mountains, that they're all kind of, they had food for 3 days and they're there 7 days. So I think that's a bit of a problem. So I think
Right.
there's a bit of a problem all around. I don't think it's been something that's been put together.
Right.
Properly.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. So this is why it's deteriorating, and news media. And it's funny, and you can tell me this. A lot of the news media say a lot of things, and you think to yourself, they're giving secrets away, but they're not really, are they?
They're not, and I would say to people that do your own research. Don't count so much on the news, and you'll get a lot more information that way.
Because don't forget, they're all out there, and they're certainly not going to say what they're doing. That's not going to come over the news media. So when they come in, they're filling in a lot of the words, a lot of the things that are happening, a lot of what's going on. So take it in tongue-in-cheek, I guess.
That's it.
Wonderful. So now, back to your studio. How can people get to your studio and all that stuff?
So they can go to my website. It is 9dragonsmartialarts.com. And my Instagram is Jason9Dragons. And they can get a hold of me through there, and I can send them the information or whatever they need to find us.
And of course, Jason Velez, the man himself. Movies, everything, he does it all. Nothing gets in his way, that's for sure. And he says, the harder you work, the luckier you become. Believe me. How true is that?
It's very true.
We become very lucky,
Yes.
don't we? You just keep working, but we're very lucky. Oh, sure. Thank you for watching Vegas Live with Ninon. I'm obviously Ninon, your host. We've got another guest coming up, an amazing singer, actually one that's all over the world. I'll give you the first name. I think it's Joe. Maria, is that correct? Okay, I got the first name right, but I'm not giving you the second name because I can't pronounce it. No, I'm kidding you. I'm so bad, I'm not. Anyway, thank you. And of course, we're at Mariposa, fabulous restaurant in Las Vegas. It's on Sahara and Decatur, and the food is great. Mexican cuisine. Not the taco place, no. It's the cuisine. We'll be right back with our next guest, Joe. Take care.